two rivers that arise very, very close to each other. One is the Eden and Scandalbeck. About 5 kilometres from where we can get on Scandalbeck is the upper reaches of the River Lune. We're going to paddle downstream down both rivers and then join it up along the coast. And then the coastal bit will be from Lancaster to Carlisle. So we've called the trip the Cumberland Ring after the sausages. And that's what I call a sausage.
The only real preparations I've had are to get permission from my wife and kids.
It's wet. It's raining. This is Scandalbeck.
Arrived on the River Eden, and fortunately there's a lot more water coming down it than there is down Scandalbeck, so let's hope we have a little bit less bumping and scraping and a bit more floating. By mid-afternoon we arrived at Eden Lacey Falls and decided to have a look at the rapids on foot before committing ourselves.
Following the excitement of the rapids, we had a brief stop for lunch before carrying on through the beautifully picturesque Eden Valley.
As the sun went down, it quickly got cold, so we started to look for somewhere to bivvy for the night.
Okay, I'll get up when the coffee's on.
That wasn't a bad night's sleep considering. I think it pretty much got down to freezing.
How many kilometres have you got to, Kate?
Having paddled 110 kilometres in 2 days, we passed Carlisle and reached tidal waters, completing the River Eden.
Fantastic.
Having paddled north on the River Eden, we then travelled back to the watershed to paddle south down the more technical waters of the River Lune.
I'm a little bit apprehensive today. Over the last couple of days, the water's really been quite easy. However, today I think will throw up a few challenges for me.
As sea kayakers, it had been years since any of us had paddled technical white water. Taking on the narrow twists and drops with our decidedly rusty skills certainly added to the excitement. Over the last 3 days, we had paddled many kilometres of stunningly beautiful river that few people will see until rivers access has changed here in England. It's quite possible that more British paddlers have toured along the Ardèche, Suncozy and Colorado rivers than these hidden stretches of the rivers Eden and Lune. Yet these beautiful English rivers are national treasures, hidden from public view by outdated traditions and rules that bear no relevance in today's modern age of outdoor pursuits, healthy exercise and fitness.
We finished the River Lune by 4 o'clock, having descended Halton Rapids in the afternoon sunshine. But for Jim, the joy of completing the river section soon gave way to the pain of injury.
It's the end of day 3, and on the way down one of the rapids this morning, I've strained my arm. I'm in a lot of pain at the moment, and this is pretty tough, but that kind of makes me off the trip.
Well, I'm afraid there's only 2 of us left on this expedition now, but Sean and I are in Lancaster, just about ready to launch, and I think we're about half an hour ahead of time. What a result. It's blue sky day, the sun's out, there's no wind. I think it's absolutely perfect. Having crossed Morecambe Bay in perfect conditions, we arrived at Peel Island, where we found a warm welcome and a hearty meal in the Ship Inn. The paddle from Peel to St Bees was a total of 56 kilometres, starting at dawn and finishing after dark. It was so cold, my tent froze as I put it up. Well, we've landed on a beach just south of Allenby. We've managed 37 kilometres today, which is our shortest day so far, but actually it felt like one of the hardest. We've had the wind in our faces all day, and the tide has been against us for the last couple of hours. That just made life desperately hard work. But anyway, I'm glad we've arrived. We're camping, tent's up, it's still sunny, I can dry the kit. And we've got plenty of time to cook a nice dinner and have a bonfire tonight. Should be good. Should be finished tomorrow. The pan's still got porridge in it. There we are, sticky toffee pudding and custard.
This is the last day of the Cumberland Ring. We're hoping for a very early start so we can catch the tide through to Carlisle. So I persuaded Kate to get up. Don't go too far left, Kate. You have to go around the rocks.
Landing near Carlisle, we had completed the Cumberland Ring, a 340-kilometre journey encircling the English Lake District in 7 days.
Yeah, the mixture of salt and sand and water has really not done them much good at all. That one's probably worse. It had taken a lot of effort and a lot of luck with the weather, but everything came together. Planning a week-long kayaking trip in the UK at the end of February had been a risk, but it was worth it.